body products. There's farm tools, jewelry, a lot of different things.
What was this building before, and what was it like?
The building was completely empty when we got it for a couple of years. It was probably the ugliest building in town. It had absolutely no character, no charm, nothing going for it.
What made you get it?
Our pioneer spirit, I think. We thought maybe we could turn it into something special.
Who did the remodeling?
Gary designed the space, and he worked on it with a friend of ours. Gary went and found a lot of the architectural details, the old screen doors. We wanted to bring a stone wall into the store because the Vineyard is one of the very few places that have a lot of stone walls. When they were doing the renovation, they discovered in the back of the store that there were windows that had been boarded up for like 20 years. So now we have this incredible view of the harbor.
Renovating a building and stocking a store clearly called for a lot of money. Luckily, friends quickly became interested in backing the entire venture. Among the first to sign on was one of the Vineyard's most famous residents, Carly Simon.
Yeah, you got some?
Be quiet.
To Scott.
Why did you invest in Midnight Farm?
Tamara and I are very close friends, and we've always sort of had it in the back of our minds that someday we would do something. We would open a store somewhere, or go into business together, or be a part of something together, because we like to work together.
You had something to do with naming the shop, didn't you?
We were looking around for names, and I kept a long sheet of possible names, and we had sort of farm always was in there in the background, and farm what, new farm, sea farm, we just kind of, and then finally I just thought of Midnight Farm, and everybody liked that.
And I said, let's think about it over the night and see if we still love it in the morning. And about an hour and a half later, I got a fax in my office at home with a poem that was about 8 pages long called Midnight Farm.
The story was actually inspired by her twin boys, who are my godchildren.
To Sam and Alden.
Sam and Alden for bedtime. Merry Christmas. Let's see.
What happened to the poem?
The poem was so wonderful that Carly and some friends of hers decided to publish it and make it a children's book.
I love it when people write messages for me to write, instead of putting the words in my mouth.
And how's business?
It's been fantastic, absolutely fantastic. You know, much, much better than I ever thought. A lot more fun, a lot more work. We're really excited and very pleased.
Of course, you haven't been through a winter yet. What are you going to do in the winter?
I think between January and May, it'll be very, very quiet, and that's the time that I'll focus on buying again for the next season, spending a little more time with my kids, which will be great, because I've really been away from them a lot this summer doing this, setting this up, and I really miss them.
How does this compare with your careers in New York?
It's very different. I never had one place that I would go to every day, and now I get up in the morning, I have a place to go. It's very focused.
What's the most joyous thing about this?
Meeting the people that come in here has been fantastic. Meeting the customers, having people walk in and feel like they're in a special place.
Where do you live?
We bought a 200-year-old farmhouse on North Road called Fair Oaks Farm, and we're renovating that now.
Can we see your home?
Absolutely.
When we come back, we'll travel to the western part of Martha's Vineyard, where Tamara and Gary have put their imprint on one of the island's historic houses.